everybody and welcome back to my channel. My name is Sabrina. So excited to have you here. Today we're going to be doing the mid-year book freakout tag. So I did the mid-year book freakout tag last year. I can link that down below for you guys, so definitely go ahead and watch it. And we're going to be doing this year. So first question is the best book you've read so far in 2022, which I'm going to go through my little pile I have sitting here, which is Heart and Soul by Jen Frederick. This book follows a girl who goes to South Korea to visit her biological dad because she finds out who he is because she's adopted, and she gets a little bit of romance there and definitely a culture shock as well. This book was so cute. I absolutely love this book. I think it definitely gave a good backstory of finding who you are and learning that maybe your biological society that you were supposed to live in isn't the one that you understand the most. Maybe I don't know really how to describe like how this helped me understand myself more, but this was really good and I really liked it. What's going on, Dorky? Next is the best sequel you read so far this year, and that book would be Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which definitely isn't a sequel. It's the 5th book in the series, I think. 5th book? 6th book? 6th book? 6th book. I did not film this one as I did with my other 5, but we were in a reading slump. We were in a weird not filming stage, so I didn't film this, but I definitely will be filming the last. This one, I loved Harry Potter. I have been obsessed with Harry Potter ever since I started reading it, and I used to be like, Harry Potter is for nerds. I am a nerd now. I am a Harry Potter nerd. I think about going to Hogwarts. Next one is a new release you haven't read yet, but want to, and that one is going to be True Biz by Sarah Novick. I got this book from Book of the Month, and they do a lot of new releases. And it is about a school for the deaf who I think are starting a business. I'm not 100% sure even what this book is about, honestly, but this is what I read on Book of the Month to learn about it, and it says this is a story of sign language, lip reading, disability and civil rights, isolation and injustice, first love and loss, and above all great persistence, daring and joy, absorbing and assured, idiosyncratic, I can never say that word, and relatable. This is an unforgetting journey into the deaf community and a universal celebration of human communication. So I was really excited to read this book with my major in school. I love reading about and trying to get into people's minds with special needs and with living with disabilities. So I'm really hoping that this will kind of put me in the deaf community, because I have read quite a bit of books that feature a deaf character, but I'm hoping this being an entire school of deaf people that are deaf, it'll kind of give me a little more insight than those other books might have. The next one is the most anticipated release for the next half of the year, which I'm adding this one even though it came out in May, which is Lease on Love by Fallon Ballard. I actually almost picked up this book at Barnes & Noble, but I didn't end up getting it. Honestly, anything that involves moving is always just a cute love story for me. So the biggest disappointment for this year, which is the next question, is The Cruel Prince by Holly Black, and I'm sure I'm gonna get some stuff for this one, but it honestly just didn't live up to my expectations, and it made me really sad because I was expecting so much from this book and I just didn't get it, especially because one of my favorite booktubers, which was Haley in Bookland when I first started booktube, just loved this book, and it was just not it for me. So the biggest surprise I had was The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner. This book was so cute, dual timeline. Literally, I loved everything about it. I have no complaints. It was a 5-star read. I read it in like a day. I loved this book. 10 out of 10 would recommend. Please read it. So my favorite new author, I don't really have a favorite new author, I feel like, but I think the book, I think I chose this. So my favorite new author I posted was Lori Gelman for Class Mom, and also Emily Henry, which are two authors that I've never read from before, and these two books were so good and I absolutely love them. So those are two authors that I'm hoping to read more. I've actually found a couple of Emily Henry's romance books that I'm really hoping to read. Next question is your newest fictional crush, and I actually don't have one because I don't normally have fictional crushes, and yeah. Actually, it's not new. Draco Malfoy is my fictional crush. Newest favorite character would be the mom in Class Mom. What is her name? Jen. I loved her. She was so witty and charming, and just, I loved everything about her, honestly. Nothing could have made me more happy than Jen. Next book is a book that made me cry, and I had no books that made me cry so far this year, so hopefully we can not keep that up and something's gonna make me cry. A book that made me happy was Beach Read by Emily Henry, simply because it was set in Michigan, and that is where I live. I am a huge Michigan fan, so this made me very happy. I actually read another book that was set in Michigan, and I was like, what is happening with everybody glorifying Michigan? Because I feel like everybody hated Michigan for the longest time because we have sucky winters, it's cold, it's muddy, it rains a lot, and everybody's like, Michigan, it's so pretty. It's kind of gross here, to be honest. Wanda, get down off the hay. And the next book is the most beautiful book you bought this year, which from Owl Crate I got A Forgery of Roses. It has these beautiful purple spines and this just really lovely decorations. I haven't opened it up because I'm afraid to now, because I had one of my rabbit ruined one of my books, so now I'm afraid to open my Owl Crate book. And 13 was what books do you want to read by the end of the year, which is literally my whole bookshelves because I have so many books on my TBR, it's scary. And without further ado, that's going to be the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for being here. I know it's been a while since we uploaded, and thank you so much for being here. My rabbit just scared my cat. And thank you so much. So without further ado, I'll see you guys next time. Have a great week. Bye guys.